Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and to today's video where we are going to be doing a tag. We are going to do the eyeshadow wardrobe tag thing where we talk through some different kind of like life events and which eyeshadow palette we would use for said event. Yeah, so I've watched quite a few people do this tag and I found it really fascinating actually to listen to their opinions and why they would pick a certain thing for a certain event. So yeah, if you want to hear what I would pick for these 10 different events, please keep watching. For those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Carolyn. Welcome to my little channel here on the YouTubes. So I was inspired. Who did I see? Okay. Probably no surprise to most of you, but I saw Angelica. She actually did a live with another creator. Let me just grab the name in case, because I have already forgotten. So Angelica did a live with Britt Clark and they talked about their kind of this tag, this wardrobe, eyeshadow wardrobe tag. And then I went and I watched a whole bunch of other ones, which I'll go ahead and link down below in case you're interested to see others who are doing this tag. Who actually started the tag though? It was created by Charlotte Holdcroft and Morgan Turner, and I have watched both of their videos and I was obsessed. So I decided that I had to do it as well because I thought it'd be fun. Anyway, so there is 10 events kind of things that the point is that you pick an eyeshadow palette for each event. So we will do that. I will give you the reasons why I have picked certain things, and yeah. I am wearing my glasses today in the video. It is much easier for me to read stuff and this, so I might actually start wearing them more. I hope you guys don't mind too much. I know that there's going to be a little bit of a glare from the ring light and from the window and stuff, but it does make it easier for me, and you can also see why I tend to do such dramatic eyes is because the glasses, they always hide the face a little bit, and so if you do something bold, it kind of, I don't know what's the right word, it shows up a bit more and you can see the kind of the drama to it. Okay, so for the first one, the first part of this tag, first point, I'll list all the points down below, so if you want to do one too, if you're interested in doing this tag, I'll list everything down below. The first one is for wedding, either your wedding or a guest at a wedding. So I actually thought about this a little bit. I'm like, what would I do for a wedding? Like either I'm getting married or I'm going to a wedding. And I think the thing is you want something that's supposed to like enhance your natural beauty. So as much as I would like to say I would go for something really colorful like this, I would probably go for something more subtle and more soft. That way you kind of don't distract from everything else because you're wearing a nice dress, whether it's your wedding dress or a kind of a, you know, a nice dress for an event like that. So I thought going with something a bit more on the neutral side, but a little bit kind of sexier, I guess. And that would be, and I love this palette, guys. I understand the obsession now. That's the Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette. So I got I think this is the light version of this. And this is what it looks like in case you are curious. So you have some really beautiful neutral tones and then some that lean a little bit more kind of warm or a little bit more cool, and then you have these beautiful shimmers. The shimmers in here are just so good. So this one's John is the name of the shimmer. It just looks like almost just pure shine there. But they're so reflective and so beautiful. So with this palette, you could either take it up a few steps and like really have something dramatic, or you can do a really soft, beautiful, more neutral leaning look with this. And I think, I mean, it is called the Enduring Love palette, and I think that automatically made me think about it for this particular one. But like this one here, Passion, is just such a beautiful matte, and this one with Boaz or this one with just like a really deep shimmer, I think would be really stunning. I actually wouldn't mind like this color, this Abigail color down here. It's just kind of really like a smoky purple. And just like that, like smoked out all over, like really blown out, really blended all over the eye, I think would be absolutely gorgeous for something like a wedding. So yeah, so this is the one that I think I would probably go for. It's also really easy to use, and I think especially if you're doing your own makeup, either you're the person getting married or you're attending a wedding, you don't want something that's too fussy and hard to work with and just going to be a big pain in the ass. So I think this one, because it's so easy to use and so like just beautiful colors, I think this would be a really great choice for a wedding, personally. That's my opinion. Okay, oh, and I love the tin. So nice. Okay, so I will go ahead and put all of these down below and put links where applicable. I think the Enduring Love palette was sold out for a little while, but I'm hopeful that it's by Sydney Grace, by the way. I'm hopeful that they will get it back in stock soon, and also the Tiny Marvels palette, which I still need to get. Okay, the next one is date night. So we don't really go on dates much anymore. You know, when you've been with someone for a long time, maybe it's just me, you don't tend to go out like on a date and things very often. And now that we have our newest family member, we're not gonna be able to go out for a little while on these dates. But if I'm thinking about date mode, I want something that's really, I don't want to say like, I guess maybe sultry, but like really deep and dark and kind of mysterious looking. I don't know. That's what I would go for on a date. I go for dark eyes, like really deep dark eyes with probably a lot of liner as well. So thinking about that, the palette that I would lean towards for something like that would be the Melt Muerte palette. So this one, obviously, I love the, oh my God, the skulls. But this one, you can go really beautifully deep, and I would probably do something in this range here with these greens, or even into these deep reds here. I think like this one, Velorio here, like would give you such a beautiful red kind of smoky eye thing. I think it would be absolutely gorgeous. The colors in here are so beautiful. Me and Melt's formula, we kind of sometimes get along and sometimes don't, but the ones in here work really well. And here, let me show you a few. But like, imagine something like this, just such a deep, beautiful, dark navy blue, just kind of all over the eye with maybe, oh, I don't know. Ooh, let's try this one. With things like Angelito over it or something like that, like something like this. Like that'd be, I think personally, that'd be so pretty on like a date night. Something really dark and kind of sexy, I guess, would be the look that I would go for. Not that I go on many dates or been on many dates, but at least that's what I think I would pick, is something kind of more on the dark end. Just so you know, I think in the, where is it? I think I've talked about this before. Another one would be this one, the Salvaje palette from ColourPop. I think it's discontinued now, but it has a very similar color story with the green teals and the reds. So if you have this one, I think you can get a really similar look that you can get with the Melt Muerte palette. So yeah, date night, Melt Muerte. All right, so the next one, it says, is a girls' night. If I'm gonna go out with my friends, we're just gonna go sit like and watch a movie or go shopping or do something like that. So I never did the girls' night where you would go out and do like drinking or whatever it is that girls do in groups when they go out. So I've never had like a girls' night, so to speak. Maybe when I was like 18 or 19, we might have, but then we just would go have food. So I don't know. I don't know what is expected under this term here specifically, but I would probably want to do something fun, like just fun and vibrant and maybe a bit on the pinky kind of side. So I went ahead and picked the Lunar Beauty Strawberry Dream palette. I really like this. There's just something about these colors. They're just so beautiful, and the shimmers are so nice. And it may not look heavily used, but I have used it quite a lot. And it's actually this row here, this middle row, like these ones, like this Strawberry Moon Sunset color. I love it. Cloudy, I've used this one so much. And then the shimmers in here are just so gorgeous. And I think you can get like a really super fun, like night out, just party kind of look with it if you wanted to. The mattes just work really beautiful. Let's try this one, Strawberry Moon. And I'm just going in really lightly, so I don't want to, dig into there. But I love the Lunar Beauty eyeshadow quality and the formula there, so I think this is a really beautiful one. And I think these pinks and then the blues as well. Oh yeah, Storm Cloud. Sorry, I love this color so much. Sorry, I'm just going to show you this one. Oh, I love that color. There's something about that kind of murky purple that just screams to me. I love it. Anyway, so I think this you can get some really fun, bright looks out of, but then also some kind of more neutral, safe, I guess, looks, and then some just absolutely wild things. So I think this one, if it's like a girls' night kind of vibe, I think this would be the one that I would pick. Yeah, and I love it. Amazeballs. Next one, vacation. All right, you guys are gonna yell at me. If you've been watching any of my videos, you know that there's like a handful of palettes that I'm just obsessed with and that I would take absolutely everywhere. Okay, so forgive me. Yes, this palette is in another video, and that is the Lethal Cosmetics Jolina palette. I'm sorry. I love this palette, and for me, this is a perfect like going on vacation palette because it has everything. It's very slim, very compact, but it still has, you know, 12 absolutely gorgeous colors, and you can do something that's really neutral and relaxed with it, or you could do something that's really fun. And there's so many colors in here. It's a grungy deep rainbow, and I love that. Like, some of these are just exceptional quality. Well, all of them are. Let's see, like Worth It. I love this color. Like this one, you could just have that like everywhere. Just like a beautiful shimmery kind of pinky red. There's Loyalty, the shimmery purple. Love that. Or you can just have this like absolutely gorgeous yellow matte Wonderland, like that. It's just, it has everything in it in a very compact, easy to use form, easy to travel with form. And I mean, when I'm thinking about traveling, I'm thinking about something that I don't have to put much effort into, but that I can get the most out of during the trip. The other one that I've taken many times is the Nabla Dreamy 2 palette, because again, it has like a mixture of kind of more fun colors and then also more like neutral ones for like an everyday. When I'm on vacation, I don't want to have to fuss with it. I do like sitting and doing my makeup even on vacation, and so this one also gives you the opportunity to just have fun and do something more extreme, but also where you can just do a couple of very simple looks with it and, you know, be done very, very quickly. So I think this is a great kind of like all-rounder palette. So for vacation, slim, easy to carry, very light, but very gorgeous. Lethal Cosmetics x Jolina. All right, so the next thing up on this tag was graduation. So the last graduation ceremony I actually went to was my own undergraduate graduation. Gosh, when was that? 15 years ago, something like that. And that was the last one that I went to. I didn't do one for my master's and I didn't do one for my PhD because I just couldn't be bothered about that. So I don't really remember what I wore eyeshadow wise on my college graduation. Probably it was just a lot of black eyeliner because really that's been like my staple look is heavy black eyeliner since I was 14. You know, a wing eyeliner every day or, you know, all around black. So I don't think I was using much eyeshadow at that time, but thinking about it now, if I was to go to like go and have my PhD ceremony again, you know, 10 years later, what would I wear? What would I do? And I wanted something that was, again, more on the soft, more on the neutral side, but again, easy to use. I don't want to fuss with it too much. And I just want something that's going to look pretty, but not be too overwhelming. I don't want to go super dramatic. I don't want to go, you know, too much. So I thought the one that I would probably pick would be the Nabla Soul Blooming palette. So the reason I picked this is because it's a very, well, there's actually two reasons. One is that in the States anyway, graduations tend to happen in kind of spring or early summer, so I thought kind of a springy palette would be appropriate for that. The other reason is like with some of the other ones, there's a mixture of different colors in here. You have your neutrals and you also have these beautiful kind of purpley tones in there. So I thought you could go with something kind of more just super neutral with just a little bit of like a regular shimmer on top, or you could go down here and do something a little bit more dramatic, but nothing too heavy. It's not going to be too intense, you know. You have just these really beautiful pale colors in here, which are very pigmented, so don't worry about that. But I thought you can get something really beautiful and really sweet with this look, or with this palette rather. And look at this. That shimmer. Oh my god, so pretty. And I thought something like this. So it's kind of on the sweet side, I guess, for a graduation, but it's soft, it's subtle, but the colors are beautiful. And I think this would be really nice for anything. I mean, really, it could work for almost any of these different events, but I thought graduation, something pretty cool, pretty relaxed looking, but very pretty. So this is the one that I would pick. All right, guys, halfway there. So I don't know if any of these are going to surprise you from now on. I don't know. I think what I've tried to do is pick some palettes that maybe wouldn't have been the ones I would have talked about a lot before, but I think at least one more of these, I have mentioned it before in another kind of favorites or best of video or something like that. But the next one is Christmas Day. So for me, Christmas is an interesting day. So I haven't had like a family Christmas, like been with my family in almost 20 years on Christmas. So it's kind of stopped. It's not really a family day for me. It's like, I don't know, either hanging out with friends or just going out and doing something fun. And for the last 3 or 4 years, Christmas has actually been in Japan. And Christmas isn't like a full holiday there. It's kind of like you just go out with your friends or with a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. And that's kind of the thing. Everything is pretty normal. There is a lot of creepy Santa stuff going around. So anyway, but I tend to go with something a little bit more on the neutral side for Christmas Day. I don't know why, something more red, but also neutral. And one of the palettes that I brought with me a couple of times to Japan and have actually worn on Christmas Day was the ABH Modern Renaissance palette. So I don't reach for this too much anymore, but you can see that it's absolutely disgusting in there. But some of these tones, like the Love Letter, Venetian Red, Red Ochre, I think they work really well for a very soft but beautiful Christmassy kind of look. So if we just go into some of these, like let's go with Love Letter. You know, it's such a beautiful, deep, pinky red, and then something like Vermeer. Like these two colors just on the eye, I think would be such a beautiful combination for a Christmas Day kind of look. So it's sticking with the reds, like the Christmassy reds, but then you also have the wonderful muted browns and the oranges, so you can do something that's kind of more wintry or autumnal. And for me, winter, this kind of cranberry color is very winter to me. So something like this is a wintry shade range for me. So I think this is like, it's a good autumn palette, let's be honest there. But then I think it really translates beautifully into Christmas time. And you have these two really exceptional shimmers in here, the Vermeer and Primavera, which are some of my favorite ABH shimmers. And the other reason I like this one is it's mostly matte. And I love a matte shadow. I just found this really easy to work with. I created some really beautiful Christmassy looks with this. So yeah, a bit weird maybe for Christmas, but this would be my pick. So birthday party, this is interesting. I don't think I've been to a birthday party for quite a while. Well, obviously nobody's been to any parties for a while, but you know what I mean. But like mostly, like if I'm thinking like grown-up birthday parties, we usually go to a pub. Like that's where parties are. You have a pub, you rent out a room in the pub, and there's a big ta-da in there kind of thing. And then it doesn't really matter. You wear whatever you want. Pubs are pretty casual. But then I was just kind of thinking, what would I wear? And I want something that's a little bit more fun, maybe a little bit more colorful, a little bit more vibrant. So actually, it's another ABH. It's the Riviera. This is, after the Jackie Aina palette, I think my favorite ABH release. I really loved this palette. I know a lot of people just didn't really care for it, but for me, oh Jesus. But for me, it was definitely one of my favorites, and I wore the heck out of this one. I think it's so pretty. So I would do something bright, vibrant, fun, you know. I mean, I love like this inheritance color. Come on. Like that, like bright yellow gold. Oh, so pretty. Or Seychelles. I mean, the shimmers in this palette are just incredible. And then you have these really beautiful mattes. So like I've worn this one, Bahamas, quite a lot. This bright electric pink. So pretty. And I think with this palette, you can do something that's more on the neutral side. So you could do like Estate, Coastline, Palm, maybe even Cabana together and get something very soft and then put like Yacht on top of it. Or you can go full on crazy color and do pretty much anything you want. I have traveled with this quite a bit, so that's why it looks quite disgusting, but like look at this color here. That is just so beautiful. I really got to pull this out and use it a bit more, especially for those shimmers. But I think for birthday, if I want to think fun and I want to think colorful, this is one that I personally would reach for. All right. So the next one is office. I would wear this to the office, okay? I don't have any problems. I wear very colorful eyeshadow to the office. It's something that I do in the morning before I go to work, and it's like my fun part of the day. So I want to be colorful. I want to have fun because usually, I mean, I'm wearing gray today, but usually I wear only black to work 99% of the time. So my colorful area is going to be my eye look. So with that said, what do we do then? Is there like something particular that I might like for the office or I might suggest as like a good office palette? And let me tell you, this is a new release, but I wore it every day. I went into work plus last week, and I'm absolutely in love. And that is the Sigma Untamed palette. This is so nice. Beautiful formula. Let me drop the brush out of there. Beautiful formula. It's like a grungy, rainbowy kind of palette. I think it's very similar to the Lethal Jolina one with some of these colors, the red, the green, like this row here really screams to me very similar to that one. But then you have some of these different kinds of shimmers. You have the black, you have the kind of little creamy white color. I think this is stunning. And I've done some really gorgeous, very soft, almost, they're not neutral, but they're subtle. Okay, like this one, camouflage and boho together looks so pretty, or even camouflage and loyal. I love that combination. And then you have feral and you have rebel, like these two with like a shimmer on top. So good. And with this palette, you really have colorful shadows, but they're more workable for like going to work. I personally think they're much more subtle, much more subdued, but the pigmentation is there. So don't worry about that. But I don't know, there's something about this color story that I think really works well for like a going to work palette. Like, do you see what I mean? It's more grungy, more deep, and I think it would probably kind of be more everyone's kind of, this would be okay to take to work kind of cup of tea thing. So I really like this palette. I think it's gorgeous. I'm tempted about doing a full review of this. I'm not sure. If you guys are interested, let me know. But I love this, and I think this would be a great office palette personally. All right, 2 more to go. That was 4. 2. Okay, so the next one is errands or everyday on the go. If I'm at home for the day or it's the weekend, I don't wear makeup, and I'm happy to go out without any eye makeup, any other makeup. Even on a normal day, I don't do a full face of makeup. I literally do my eyes and some concealer, and that's it. I'm not interested in doing a full face every day. I find it just too much, and I hate wearing all that stuff on my face, okay? So, but if I'm going to go out and if I've done something, it would be my eyes, okay? And so for like an everyday errands, like the one that I would probably go to, is one that I've talked about before, but it's one of my very favorite palettes I have in my collection, and that's the Kaleidos Futurism Sci-Fi Green. So this one is like a go-to because I find it to be exceptionally easy to work with, especially, like, essentially these 3 colors. Like, these 3 are like everything to me, and I've used them over and over and over and over again. I also love these 2 here. I just use them a little bit less. These are really the ones that I'm obsessed with. This green, what is it? Is it Gamora? Sorry, I lost the sheet in here. I love this gold so much because it's a really beautiful greeny, there we go. A really beautiful greeny gold, stunning, love it. Beautiful everyday one, but this is everyday for me, and I like to wear a lot of color. So it's like these grungy greens that are in here, something about them is just, I personally feel it complements my skin and everything really well, and they're just easy. They just work so well. That's why I'm so excited for the new collection, because I need more of these type of palettes. And also it's very easy. It's just a couple of colors, so you don't have to think about it. You just put on a matte, put on a shimmer, and you're done. That's it, and you're good to go for the whole day. So love this. My go-to on the go, everyday, basic kind of palette. Yeah. All right, last one, New Year's. I haven't been to a New Year's party in a long time. I think the last one was 6-7 years ago, something like that. Usually New Year's is a very quiet day. Like I said, with the Christmas thing, we've usually been in Japan, and it's kind of like it's a traditional day. You do a whole bunch of things, and everything's closed, so you have to stay at home, really. But when I think of New Year's, I think of party, I think of shimmery golds and silvers and kind of, I don't know, everything glittering and shining. So the thing that struck me is, like, if I was to go out for a New Year's thing, like, you know, proper, you're going out at 10 o'clock at night and you're staying out till like 3 a.m. party, I would probably want something glittery. I want to wear glitter, probably everywhere, to be honest with you, but I think something glittery. So just imagine any of the other palettes as like a base, all right? And then let's put some of these Nabla Miami Lights glitters all over, okay? These guys are so beautiful glitters. I love them. They stay on really well, even without a glitter glue. I would wear a glitter glue with them still though, but they're just so beautiful. And depending on which one you pick, you could either wear it with a base or without a base. So you can just wear it like just on its own. They're just so pretty. And just like something like this, sorry, can you see it? There it is. Like all over the eye, and you're just really shimmery and glittery, and like to me, glitter and New Year's like go together perfectly. So I would pick this. It's also just a few colors. I don't want to overthink it. I don't want to overdo it. It's just like I can do a basic look underneath and then just make it amazing by covering it in glitter. So yeah, I think as a cute little final one on this for New Year's, Nabla Miami Lights glitter palette. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Those were my 10 palettes for this eyeshadow wardrobe tag thing. I'd love to hear what you think, what you would pick. Would you choose any of these for the events that I did, or are you like, what's wrong with you? Why would you pick those? Let me know down below in the comments. We can have a chat about it, and yeah, love that. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, you could hit the like button down below. You could subscribe, come hang out with me again. Would love that. And yeah, have a really lovely day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.